Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with a package in the mail of Homebrew games for the Colecovision. So these are another release from Team Pixelboy. Apparently this is the release before Christmas. He normally only does a release at Christmas time. But he's going to do another release of games that will, I think, come out January, February. Because he had a lot to get through and knew that most people wouldn't be able to afford them, so thank goodness. So these are titles, especially the first one that I'm unwrapping now, is a title that I would like to get complete for the MSX. So this is a port to the Coleco. It requires a Super Game module. So pretty much it is the MSX version, because Super Game module gives the Coleco 32K of RAM instead of 1, and adds the sound processor from the MSX. That's basically what the Super Game module does. So it allows pretty much a fair few MSX ports to go over. And this one is Twin Bee. Interesting cover. I've never seen the MSX cover, so I take it that's what it's based on. So we've got a green spine for this one. And the back, he always does such a good job with his titles and how they look. So, you know, it is an MSX1 title, you know, so I'm limited on colours, but it's supposed to be quite a playable game. Open it carefully. Right, so this one we have a black cartridge shell, and here's our label, which is similar to the front of the box. Very nice. We've got a foam insert for packing. Carefully take out the manual so you can have a look. And here's the manual. They said do a really good job with the quality of the material. Let's get to the more interesting page. Visual instructions on how to play the game. Twin Bee is an interesting shoot 'em up. You collect bells, and the number of times you shoot them depends on what they do for you in the game. So it's a shoot 'em up in the cute 'em up section of shoot 'em ups, but with a good strategy element. Alright, let's move on to our next one. A bit more sub unwrapping here. So packed very well. Compliments to Team Pixelboy. And this is one. So Atarisoft actually made quite a few titles for the Colecovision, but there were a few that were either unreleased, well, they were almost finished and never released. Now one of them, Joust, there's been a ROM out there for a while with no sound, and with the gameplay pretty much complete, bar some bugs. So we have Joust from Team Pixelboy, but the sound has been put back, or added to the game, the bugs fixed, and I've already seen somebody else do a video on this, and it looks very good indeed, very close to the arcade game. So this is just a Colecovision native one, so it doesn't require the Super Game module. As the original game was intended, there was no Super Game module around when they were making the original game. So I'm very much looking forward to giving this one a go. Used to love playing Joust in the arcades. I was never any good at it. So we've got a black cartridge again, with the same art as the box. And we have our manual. I'll go to the main page of the instructions again. So all very good quality. Sorry, slip it on my left there. All very good quality. And you know, just like getting a brand new game back in the day. So we have a couple more. So the next one, I have the original Coleco release, but this game they also had a Super Game version, just like Buck Rogers and Super Zaxxon, that came out for the Atom. So they were on tapes. So this is a conversion of that game, but obviously it needs the Super Game module for the extra memory, and it's Subroc Super Game. So it takes the original game and adds more to it, being able to use more memory. And also tape storage at the time, which allowed them to... Most Coleco games back in the day were only 16K cartridges because of the cost. Perfectly able to do 32K cartridges. So it doesn't look like much there as far as screenshots are concerned, but it's actually a good fun game, so it'll be interesting to see the enhancements over the original game. I've never owned a Atom. The store I worked in back in the day, we had an entirety of 2 during the life of the store. We sold both of them. I remember one poor fellow, I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one, he had so much trouble with it, so it was one of the faulty ones. So this time we get a translucent blue cartridge shell. Really cool artwork from the box on there. So of course, repeat, this one requires the Super Game module or an Atom. It'll work in an Atom as well. So we have the artwork repeated there, and then we have our how to play instructions in there. So it's sort of an into the screen, shooting game. And last but certainly not least, because this is also one of my nostalgic favourite games for the MSX. I'm lucky to have a complete boxed copy of it too. Alright, so this is an MSX conversion, requires a Super Game module, and it is Goonies. Very much a game that needs the MSX sound chip as well. I like it how they're all different coloured spines too, that look very interesting on the shelf. And it's a platform adventure game based around the events from the movie. It's actually quite a fun little game, quite hard to complete, brilliant music in it, and I'm sure this will be virtually identical to the MSX version now that you can use the Super Game module's graphic, extra memory and the sound chip. Let's see what colour cartridge we have for this one. So I believe Team Pixelboy is going to re-release some of his other releases that people have shown interest in. So make sure you go to his website if you own a Coleco. Most of his titles will be available for purchase. He does them on reservation and basically now does 2 distributions a year. There's not exactly a lot of money in publishing Homebrew, so he does it as and when he can. So, and as you can see, he keeps the quality really good. And there it is there. So 4 very nice homebrew games for the Colecovision, 3 of them requiring the Super Game module. Some of the other releases that are becoming re-releases out don't necessarily need the Super Game module, and most of the other games that have already come out for the Super Game module, I believe he still has stock of as well. So check with him. I'll put a link to his site down below. Let's go do gameplays of those 4 games. Right, so here we go with Goonies. We'll get straight into it. Oops. Now you can punch and you press up to jump. So they haven't changed the control scheme. And you can punch to get rid of him. Grab the key. Oops. That gets us an item. You've got to be careful of this guy because he can obviously shoot. Now you can punch him and stun him. That's health, which I had lost a little bit of. And this is one of those ones where you need to memorise the levels a little bit. And notice every time we kill something we get experience points as well. So there's a spot there where something might appear later. Oops. Oops. Oh dear. And there we go, rescued one of the boys. That's a bonus coin. You got it finally. Another key. So you've just got to work your way around and, you know, navigate the levels. So that one requires 2 keys over there. Oops, keep on forgetting to watch out for those. So that's 1. You can fall a bit of a distance, but you've got to make sure you don't fall too far. So there we go, rescued 2 of the boys. Here comes the other guy. Now, what's really good about this game, when you change areas, which I'm about to do, you get different music. Mistimed. I don't have another key yet. So sometimes you've got to bring keys from other areas. Oh, see, I've gone to the wrong one, although there's a key right next to that door. Oh, drats. So we filled up one lot of experience. It's going to shoot at me. Rescue him. Oh, keep on forgetting to look for the bits that drop down. So you know, you can get vitality back if you go for the monsters. Oh, that was close. He's only stunned for a short period of time. Gave us some vitality and revealed another item. Gives us the shoes, which allows us to run quicker. So the helmet gave us a bit more protection. Never good at timing those. So it really is quite a good, enjoyable game. Oh, I'm almost dead. You only get the 1 life, so oh, let's time that. Try again, because you've got to press up to jump. No. Yeah, you did it. And that actually goes through to another area. So there we go. Oh dear. I'm take it those aren't very good for us. You can only carry 1 key at a time too. I'll just do this one more door. Because I'm almost dead, and I died anyway. So, as you can see, it's an excellent game. Played it heaps on the MSX. And well worth getting. So, yeah, either on the MSX or now on the Colecovision with the Super Expander. Alright, let's try the next game. Okay, so here we go with Subroc, the usual Super game. So this is basically a game that came out back in the day, but for the Coleco Atom, and was an extension of a game that was brought out for the normal Colecovision console. Okay. Okay, so we're basically underwater, and we have to avoid the mines. Can't seem to catch up to those. Oops. We're firing torpedoes, so you do have to allow lead time for the bullets to reach the target. Whoa. Never was very good at the original game. I haven't played it for a while either, so I'm not 100% sure. Okay, what's that? Alright, so these are floating mines. Quite literally have never played this version of the game before, and I haven't played the original one very much. Okay. See what my second button does. Very hard to get those subs once they go. Oops, you definitely get a lot of points for the subs. And you've got a Hall of Fame, so yeah. It's commonly the Super Games had a had a high score table that's saved back on the tape, so you can enter your name. Like so. There we go. I'll get it done. First you can... Okay. No, it's not good. How do we get out of here? Ah, okay. We have to get out. Anyway, and there we go. We've got our high score on the high score table. So a game I probably need to read the instructions a little bit more about. I know it's got several different stages, and there's a boss that's in this version that's not in the original game. But yeah, one I need to play a bit more and have a bit more practice. But that was, you know, first off gameplay. Alright, let's try the next game. Okay, so now we have Joust. So original reprogrammed by Mike Hendricks and completed by Mystery Man, as he's like to be called, and published by Team Pixelboy. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays. Easy. Oh, it defaults to medium. Let's see how we go. So as you can see, the visuals are quite good. And in Joust, the winning jouster is the one that has the higher ground, and it's getting used to the floating mechanism. And then once you kill one, they turn into an egg. Right, and you need to collect the egg before the rider comes back to hatch from it. There we go, completed the stage. So survival wave means you get a bonus if you don't die. the survival points. And the layout of the screen gradually changes. Like the lava is going up down the bottom, and now you get the animated eating of the platform down the bottom. So it really does have a lot of the features. I bounced just at the wrong time, and you need, if you're pointing towards each other and you're at the same level, you'll just bounce off each other. Oh, I was around the wrong way. Ascending other levels needs to be done. Oh god, there we go, that was a... got me. When am I going to come out? Oops, you're only invincible until you move. So you can see the man there, and he'll turn into a level 2 jouster. Because of letting some of those eggs are falling into the lava, by the way, so we're missing out on bonus points. I think I'm doing too bad for a first time playing this version. It's a level 2 jouster, see? This is a different colour. I might have got an extra man then. Oof, there we go. Now if you take too long on... Oh, egg wave. Okay. Obviously we've got to get all the eggs, and we don't want to take too long. Did it? Oh, there we go, that platform just disappeared. And don't you love it how it's, you know, properly animated, just like the original arcade game. That opens up the playfield a lot more and makes the jousting challenge much harder. So the different coloured ones aren't as easily fooled. Lucky I've got the extra life. Past. Oh, missed it. Oh. Oops. That's the one I need to do first. And then that one. So, survival wave, lose another couple of barriers. I really like how those barriers disappear. It's nicely done. It's just got all those nice little touches. Ah! No, don't. I'll lose my survival bonus. Oh, I actually got an extra life from somewhere. I thought I was dead. Survival bonus for me, and that egg will go in the lava. There we go. Wave 8 on medium. Oh, I suppose I'm not doing too bad. Oh, pterodactyl wave. Now, pterodactyl, you can only kill if you hit him with your pole right in the nose, I think. I'm not going to test that out at the moment. Oh! I'm got him. You're not allowed to touch him anywhere other than hitting him right on the nose with your pole, I think. Well, that is one of the best arcade conversions I've ever seen on the Coleco. Remember, this is an unexpanded Coleco. The guys at Atarisoft did such a good job. Just like the Moon Patrol game that was released a little while ago, one of the other unfinished games. Really, really good game. I'm actually really pleased with the 49,850, considering it was my first game on this version. So, alright, one more game to go. Okay, our final game in this set of homebrews is Twin Bee. Oops, goes into demo mode. So you can hold the fire button down, which is probably good for a shoot 'em up. We have formations that come down. Right, and you have a secondary fire button. Now shooting the bell changes what the bell gives you. Can't remember what. Oh. Whoops! Oh, I can see that stuff coming up from behind. Unfortunately, on this TV, you might be getting the capture in the right colour. There we go. And it gives us a bonus, that's right. Shooting stuff on the ground. Oh, I missed out another bell. I missed that bell. So every time you shoot the bell, it changes colour. Oh, too much fire. I think I'm supposed to bomb that target. So you get the bells. Yeah, what did white bell give us? See, I can't tell the difference in the colour of the bells, that's half the trouble here. Oops, something got me from behind. No, this looks really good. I'm probably going to have to hook my Colecovision up to a different TV. Although it does the capture fine. What I look at when I play this, the colours come out differently and it flickers occasionally. It's just this particular TV keeps on thinking that it's getting NTSC and PAL and everything mixed up. I'll just have another real quick go. Oh, getting too much into those, aren't I? Oh, changed colour and I missed out. I think the number of bells you get in a row also determines the score you get too. I'm just not sure what that one does. But the Twin Bee series has, to shoot 'em up with a bit of a strategy element. I was pushing it to get there. And you can also play two players simultaneously, I think. Well, hopefully I'm improving. No. X myself. Well, it's not a bad version. They've done well porting it over to the. There we go. You don't get to see your score till after you finish. Don't think that's a particularly high score. I need a lot more practice. Yeah, very good version. All 4 games, excellent additions to my Coleco collection, and all great playable games that I'll get a lot of fun out of. Hope you've enjoyed these homebrews and these playthroughs. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.